What's up, guys? It's Hector here, and it's the day after Christmas, and a lot of time people get the post-Christmas blues or whatever. They're a little bit down because, Christmas just passed, but usually those people, still got a lot of presents or got to spread joy and all that stuff. And I'm one of the type of people that got a lot of presents, and I like to enjoy them after Christmas, and I'm not all super sad that Christmas just passed and all that. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, maybe not, I don't know. So I got all these awesome presents, but there's something I was still wondering about a little bit. There's these books I recently learned about from this author named D.W. Jackson. And I'm not gonna lie, I only recently heard about him because he's holding this giveaway. Because he said he's bad at advertising and stuff like that. So he is doing this whole sweepstakes, I guess you can say, for everybody on YouTube. All you have to do is make a video promoting his books, and you can win a free trip to Japan. So I'll give details in the description, even a link and all that stuff. And I want to talk about his books because I really am a little curious about them. Well, first I want to talk about him. He's just some regular guy, I guess you can say. In his biography, it said he went to college, and then he joined the National Guard, even went over to Iraq. And then he came home safely, did some jobs. I think he was a pipe surveyor and then a correctional officer, something like that. But then he said his health started declining. I think it was in 2012, but he didn't really specify like what was wrong, what happened to him. But he said, so in his spare time he was just reading all these books, but after a while he just got bored of reading, so he decided to write his own books. And that's pretty badass if you ask me, because I don't want to say I'm a writer myself because that sounds so self-indulged or whatever. I haven't written any stories and I haven't published anything. I've just, the job that I do involves a ton of writing, and I have wanted to write stories, not the same type of stories he does. I've been wanting to do like maybe children's books at first. Fantasy stuff that you can get really, really crazy and wacky with, but not too serious. But his books, they look really, really serious, and each one has mage in the title. I don't know exactly what each one's about because I haven't read any just yet. I might, because they're only about $3 or $4 each on the Kindle. You can just get it off of Amazon, $3-4, bam, you get to read it, And each book has the word mage in it, in the title. So obviously, I guess you can assume that each book has to do with mages and maybe in the medieval times or whatever. But then again, as they say, to assume makes an ass out of you and me. But I'm just gonna do a little assuming here because, as I said, I haven't read them yet, but I am really curious to read them, what's in them, I guess I should say. But as I said, I really haven't heard about this guy until I heard about the giveaway. So I thought, maybe I just don't know much about authors and all that stuff. So I figured I'd ask some of my family members if they know about D.W. Jackson. Alright, so this is my niece Alexis, and I thought I'd ask her about this dude. Do you know who D.W. Jackson is?
No.
Well, what if I told you he was an author that wrote a bunch of different books, and each book is about like mages and stuff, magic and Middle East. I was gonna say Middle East, medieval type stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to read those?
Yes.
What do you think about each book having the word mage in it?
I think that's kind of weird. I've never heard that word before.
Never heard of the word mage?
No.
A mage is like, somebody who studies magic, kind of like a wizard or whatever. It pretty much is a wizard, I guess. So you never heard of a mage?
No.
Alright, well, let me show you some of his books. These are his books. And as you can see, each one has mage in it. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting.
And what do you think about that guy on the top left? That's D.W. Jackson.
He looks kind of cool.
Cool?
Yeah.
Alright, this is my nephew, Christopher. Say hi if you want.
Hi.
And have you heard of a man named D.W. Jackson?
No.
Well, what if I told you he was an author and he wrote a bunch of books?
Oh, he kind of is, I think.
Yeah, well, I just told you he is.
Oh.
And, so all of his books seem to be about mages. Do you know what a mage is?
No.
You don't know what a mage is? It's a person who does magic, like wizards, kind of like Harry Potter or something.
Oh, and it's kind of like art. What is that called again?
I don't know.
The people that could do magic and.
What? What are you talking about?
Can't remember it.
Like a magician?
Yeah, a magician.
That was what your brother was saying. It's not exactly like a magician because magicians kind of just do tricks. Mages do, actual magic, like wow and stuff. Stop looking at yourself in the thing. Don't lick me. Alright, so look at this. That's D.W. Jackson.
What is this?
What do you think about him?
It looks kind of bald.
He looks bald?
Kind of.
And all these are his books. Do they look cool?
Awesome! Ow!
Each book has the word mage in it. What do you think about that?
It's funny. Weird.
Alright. Okay, this is my nephew DeAndre, and I'm gonna ask him the same type of questions. Do you know who D.W. Jackson is?
No.
Well, what if I told you he was an author that wrote a bunch of different books?
Okay, he's an author. He wrote a bunch of...
Yeah, I know, I just told you. Well, his books are about, like, mages and stuff like that. You know what a mage is?
No.
You don't know what a mage is?
No.
A mage is kind of like a dude who does magic. Like a wizard, almost.
Oh. Like a magician?
Kind of, but, like, fireballs out of your hands, not just, tricks like a magician. And so he's written all these books about mages, and each one of the books, the names of the books, it has the word mage in it. What do you think about that?
That's weird.
Why is it weird?
Because he writes the same thing in every book.
Well, I don't think each story is the same. It's probably just one long story. So since they're the same person, probably, then that's why I probably had mage. Maybe. I haven't read them yet, but I kind of want to read them. I'll show you. That's D.W. Jackson. What do you think about him?
He looks weird. I saw him on TV.
You saw him on TV? When?
Like yesterday or the day after that.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking to the newsman.
And these are all of his books.
Cool.
They look kind of mysterious.
Hey, can you read the one with the guy that has a pop in his head?
Oh, what?
Popper. A circle on his forehead.
These ones?
Yeah.
That one says branded mage. And that one says warded mage.
Warded mage.
I guess it's called branded mage because they got a brand on his forehead or something. Like how you brand cows.
Oh.
Maybe. But these books are only about $2 or $3, or $3 or $4. And there's another one. What is that? Stranded Mage? Yep.
I'm gonna buy it. Only $3.99.